Hello Statway students and welcome to this Mobius Navigational tutorial. This tutorial will provide a descriptive overview of the online homework platform Mobius. I'm going to describe the layout of the class, talk you through doing some lessons and assignments, and also the lesson and module checks in your Statway class, and then talk a little bit about how we use the gradebook in Mobius. Now, in your class, depending on how your instructor sets things up, your experience may be slightly different to what I say here. But this tutorial is just to provide you with some initial understanding about how things work in Mobius. You can see that this is a demonstration class that I'm using. So the content that I have in this class is again slightly different to what you may see in your own class. Okay. What you see on the screen just now is a Mobius class landing page. We can see the name of the class at the top here. And beneath that, we have a class information section. So this part here is fully customizable by your instructor, so you may see some important information related to your class in this area. Beneath that, we have our calendar. We can change the grain size. And in the calendar, again, depending on how your instructor sets things up, you'll see start and end dates for any assignments that are due. Scrolling further down, underneath units on the left is where we'll see our modules. And clicking into a module will open up all the components inside that module. Now you can see beside each component there are sometimes different icons. These are progress indicators. A grey circle, meaning that I've not started this component. A yellow arrow, meaning I've started it, but I've not yet completed it. And then a green check for I've started it and I've completed the component. So let's go into something I've not done yet, 1.21, and click Start. You may or may not see a page that looks like this. That just gives a little bit of information about the settings of a particular component. Instructors can choose whether or not this is visible. And I can click Start to go into the lesson proper. In lessons, content is separated across multiple pages. This type of question here is a slideshow question. So I can click the play button to begin, and I'm simply moving through the slides, following the instructions, and entering in my answers. And clicking to the final slide will give us some immediate feedback. We have some multiple choice questions, mostly in the lesson components. And the How Did I Do button is a different type of feedback. I can select my answer. I can click How Did I Do? And then in the answer area here, if I click one time, I can get feedback. And if I double click, then I can choose a different answer. Typically for Statway lessons, to complete the lesson, that is to get the green check, you have to view each page and attempt every question. But that again is something that may be different depending on how things are set up in your Mobius class. We have lesson checks and we also have module checks, which operate slightly differently from lessons. And I will go into 1.31. Typically, the questions in a lesson check or a module check are arranged on a single page. But similar to how things are in a lesson, we can select our answer and get some feedback information by clicking "How did I do" here. If I need to quit and save, I can do so. I can quit and save here, and that will change my progress icon for 1.31 check to a yellow arrow. If I'm ready to submit, I can click submit. And if I have missed some questions, the system will notify me. I can go back and answer any questions that I missed. And if I'm ready, or when I'm ready, I can click submit assignment. And that will change my icon to a green check. We have a couple of menu items at the top. We have a way of uploading documents, if that's something we need to do in our class. And we also have our gradebook. In Mobius, the gradebook is separated into two parts. We have view past results, and this will allow us to go in and look at individual assignments. Things we got right, things we got wrong, or any instructor feedback. And grade reports, depending on how things have been set up by your instructor, this could be where you go to see your overall grade in the class. So that provides a brief navigational tutorial of Mobius. Thank you for watching.